And I just say, I am empowered. I am empowered. What I'd like to do first of all, guys, is I'd like to just welcome you to this hangout. My intention here is basically is to give you some value. All right, not just some value. My intention is to give you lots and lots of value tonight, so that you can apply some of the strategies, some of the ideas. Start playing around with it at least, right? Start doing something in your business to move your business to the next level. When I got started in this industry, and for those of you guys who don't know me, if you're like on here, got invited by somebody, or if I invited you here, or somebody else from Big Idea Mastermind invited you, and you are wondering what is this all about, right? Well, there is nothing. My intention is not necessarily to sell you anything here on this hangout. My intention is to get you a lot of value and to share with you, really just to hang out, right? And share with you some ideas, some strategies, some things that personally have worked really, really well for me in my business. You can test them for yourself, see if it's going to work for you, see if you can take some of the ideas and see how you can apply it to your business, see how you can tweak them to your marketing, to whatever you're doing out there, and go out there and hopefully take that step closer to your ultimate destination, right? Ultimately where you want to be at. All right, so here's the amateur's funnel, okay? Amateur marketer's funnel. There is three, okay? Trust me, you don't want to be here. Okay, this funnel right here, basically what people are doing is they're just getting traffic to their offer. So if you're promoting Empower Network, if you're promoting, ClickBank stuff, if you're promoting whatever else that you might be promoting out there, right? People just spend money, right, to get traffic, and they're just sending that traffic straight to the sales page. Straight to the sales page, all right, without capturing leads. And I know that you might not be doing this particular mistake, but I see there's a lot of people doing this. Okay, so you don't want to do this. This is one of the worst funnels you can ever have. This is one of the worst things you can do for your business, bar none. Okay, don't do this. Here is the typical marketer's funnel. Okay, we'll just call it typical marketer's funnel. This is where I see a lot of people, let's say majority of people in our community, this is where they're floating. Okay, they are in the typical marketer's funnel. And when they do income disclaimers, right, they say results are not typical, right? And you know what my income disclaimer is? When people say, well, Vic, you're making a lot of money, is that, I say, listen, my results are not typical because I do things that typical people don't do. Okay, and if you're here, you might be in this category, but if you're doing this, you are also typical. Okay, and typical people make or earn typical incomes, which is usually very, very little or almost nothing. Okay, what they're doing here is getting traffic to their landing page, which is a little bit better. Right, a little bit better, and then they're sending them, as soon as they opt in, they're sending that opt-in or that visitor over to the offer page. Okay, and offer can be whatever it is that they're promoting. Okay, now what happens here, and that's this is where pretty much everything ends. Okay, what I'm going to suggest you focus on and see if you can master this, and what we can do here is over the next couple hangouts or whatever, if you guys want, let me know. We might actually go in and we can actually break this down. But here's how I try to set my funnels up. Okay, and this is what pro marketers are doing. People, I mean, I'm talking about people who are making a lot of money. All right, they send traffic to the, not necessarily, it's a landing page. Okay, hopefully you guys can see my my cursor here. It's still a landing page, but it's totally different approach. Remember, I told you that first that every little thing matters, right? Your approach to marketing matters. Are you promoting a landing page, or are you promoting a lead magnet? Are you promoting something that just that catches their attention, right? Pay attention here, because I'm going to explain this to you, and I think if you try this, I'm not going to make any promises, any guarantees, but I think if you try this approach, you should be able to triple, or even 10x your income. Okay, hold on one sec. Here is what and I discovered this. Really, it was 2010ish when I started to really utilize this particular funnel in my business. A lead magnet. This can be a whole a separate hangout just talking about how do you structure a lead magnet, how do you different styles, different types, different different approaches, different hooks, and all that good stuff. Consider this. Consider marketing is like fishing, right? And it might be a bad example, but for lack of a better example, let's just stick with this one, right? Consider marketing as like fishing. And so there's different types of fish. It will bite on different a different bait, right? You have to use different bait for different types of fish. So if you want to catch some pike, whatever, you got to use a certain bait. If you want to catch a bass or something else, that normally there's something different you need to put in front of them, right? In our business, people are going to enter your funnel based on this right here. A lot of times, okay, 99.9% of the time is your lead magnet, okay, what you put in front of them. And there is a difference, my friend, I want you to pay attention. There is a big difference where you are promoting. If you are promoting on pay-per-view, okay, your lead magnet will not be the same as if you are promoting on pay-per-click marketing on Facebook, okay? If you are promoting on through email marketing, your lead magnet might not necessarily be the same as if you were to promote on, let's say, CPA network. Okay, and so we're going to get into this, and everything's going to make sense to you. Okay, I just want this is going to be some little bit more advanced stuff we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get into the traffic. Okay, but it's this lead magnet right here. Okay, as soon as they opt in to get this lead magnet, it can be a report, can be a video, can be something for free. Okay, then I want to enter them in this. I want to put them in this bucket right here. Okay, and I call this value sequence or bonding and trust. Okay, and essentially what happens here is before you ask people for a sale, and I tested this both ways. Okay, I was testing this over the last 3 years full time, you can say. Okay, I was running my offers with this bucket right here. Okay, value sequence and bonding and trust. About let's see, today is 2013. I'd say before 2010, right? I was running my offers without this bucket right here. Okay, my income was when I implemented this step. Okay, this step right over here. Value and bonding and trust, my income went up almost 10 times. Okay, in other words, from about 300,000, 400,000 a year to over 4 million a year. Okay, just because of that. Now the question is, how do you structure that, right? How do you position that? And it's actually very, very simple. I'm going to explain to you in a minute how that works, okay? But they go through your value sequence and bonding and trust bucket over here, and then they get to the offer, okay? That's when they see the offer. And of course, the offer is a standard thing. Whatever you're promoting is a front end, okay? They might buy, they might not buy over here, which is fine. If they do buy, they go to a back end, some kind of higher value stuff, right? People call them upsells. And really the big money is going to be here, okay? Big money is not going to be necessarily in the on the front end. Okay, the big money is going to come from the back end most of the time. Okay, like if I look at my Empower Network earnings, my front end, the $25 blogging sales, right? That stuff is not. I mean, it's not nearly as significant as this stuff on the back. Okay, master's course and 15K formula and all the other products that bring, tremendously bigger and higher value to the customer. Okay, so but this is totally optional, obviously. And then, my friends, this is something else that I started to implement, and I started to notice that not only do you make more money, which is nice, right? But you get people who want to buy pretty much anything you offer, okay? As long as it's it's of a benefit to them, okay? And I call this step transformation and transcendence. Very, very, very few marketers understand this, let alone do it, okay? Again, over the next couple hangouts, I don't have a problem going into the more details on this kind of stuff right here, because I think it's going to really, really help you. Right now, I want to give you a bird's eye view, okay? And we're going to get into some specific advanced traffic strategies and ideas. Then we can come back, because this is advanced stuff, okay? This stuff right here, if you're doing this properly, okay, this is where you are getting your income into, 50,000, 60, 70,000 per month, okay, 100,000 plus per month, okay? The idea here is, regardless, okay, if people buy this stuff or not, if they buy, great. If they don't buy, great. As long as they are in your funnel, okay, when they entered your funnel, okay, your focus, see, you start from the, you work your way from the you start with an end goal in mind, okay? So right here, you start with the blue box, okay? As a marketer, I believe that before you can start putting out your lead magnets, you have to get very, very, very clear. And if you're paying attention, you might want to write this down, okay? Again, whether you do or not, I don't care. It doesn't matter. But how I do personally, how I do my marketing, and how I'm able to sustain the level of success is that before every single campaign, when I do a campaign, okay, when I create a landing page, when I put this lead magnet out, okay, when I start running campaigns, whatever, I start running that with the blue square in mind. Specifically, what I mean by that? Well, my intention is not to get a sale on the green box here. My intention is, how can I transform somebody's life? How can I play a small part? Okay, how can I be a small part in helping that person, that customer, become the best version of themselves and get the result that they want? All right. Now, when you do that, you got to understand that the 80-20 principle applies to everything. Okay, there is 80-20 rule says 80% of people will not do anything. Doesn't matter. Listen, you give them gold and they'll still complain. They'll say I want 2 bars of gold. You only gave me 1. I wanted 2 for free. You know what I mean? There's just people like that, and it's about 80% of them. Right? Believe it or not. There is 20% of people who will say, okay, that's a great idea, and they get fired up about it, right? And they're actually going to start doing something about it, but then it's just like on a surface level, and they're going to be, they'll have this shiny ball syndrome, and then something else is going to come come along, and they'll just jump on the other thing, right? And then and then they can jump back with you again, and just kind of go back and forth, and seems like they're doing something, right? But they're getting very little results. Okay, it's about 20% of those people, and then there's a group that's 20% of the 20%. That's about 4%ers club. All right, those people will say, you know what, Vic? You know what, John? You know what, Jill? You know what, Mary? I want to be getting this. I want to get this working. I'm going to do whatever I need to do, or I'm going to die trying. And those are the people that you really want to pay attention to. Those are the people that you really want to help. Okay? I cannot, people come to me, they say, Vic, and guys, I'm getting into some areas to where some people might take, this and they can translate it a little bit on the wrong side, right? And I don't want you to be that person, okay? You got to understand, as you're building your business, there will be people who will want to get everything for nothing, and they don't want to do nothing, okay? There's going to be people who are going to be here today, gone tomorrow. They're not, like, they want to succeed, but they're grinders. But then there's going to be people who are going to say, you know what? That's it. If I see this guy making it, if I see this guy making it, if I see this guy earning $100,000 a year or a month, if I can see this guy, that's it, period. I'm going to do this, or I'm going to die trying, okay? Those are the people who will be your best customers ever. Okay, those are the people who will go out there, and if you focus, if you have this right here, if you have this box number, whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, this blue box in place, when you're marketing, you gotta keep those people in mind, right? Those are the people who will get transformation from your stuff. Those are the people who will be transformed. That's what your goal is. But see, if your goal is not transformation, if your goal is just to make a buck in this green box over here, right? You will get a lot of complainers, you will get a lot of whiners, you will get a lot of people who are just going to be buying stuff and then, wishing how come they're not rich, coming back to you and saying, hey, I bought this $25 deal and it's not, it's been a week later and I'm not getting any sales, what's going on, how come I'm not rich yet? Okay? When I do my marketing, folks, I don't focus on front-end sales necessarily. I focus on transformation, okay? How can I get that? How can I get as many people to and kind of help them transcend to a different level? Okay, how can I help them become? That's why I actually did a video not that long ago, and I put it on my blog. I said the whole formula for success got messed up. The whole formula for online in this community, in this industry, it got messed up. Okay, and it's actually very, very, very easy, folks. It's actually very easy for you and me to succeed because everybody else is doing it wrong. Okay? Everybody else is focusing on just marketing, just getting traffic. Everybody else is doing this right here. Either this or this. Okay? That's what everybody else is doing. This or this. And they're just jamming people as much traffic to their landing page as possible, as much traffic to their offer site as possible. And that's where it stops for them, right? They never understand the real gold when it comes to how do you sustain your success. You focus on the blue box. Okay? You focus on the blue box and you go through enough people for you to find your gems. And you know what? And you do that with a personal vision for why you are doing your business. We're going to get into traffic in just a little bit here, folks. Okay? We're going to get into traffic. But before we talk about traffic, please understand this, because people say, Vic, you're not sharing, you're doing something, that, and it's not like you're hiding some things, right? You're hiding your golden nuggets, guys. This is it right over here, okay? This is it right here. So how does this thing work, okay? Well, we can let's see what time it is. 9:05. Okay, so we've been going on for almost an hour. I still want to get into the traffic stuff. Guys, is this stuff helpful to you? Is this making sense? Okay. The formula, I forgot to tell you how the formula is messed up. Everybody's is focusing on marketing. Okay, there's 4 key things you need to focus on. Everybody's focusing on marketing, which is number 4. But what you really need to focus on is you need to focus on knowing exactly why you do what you do. Okay, your personal goals, where you're going. You have to have your vision, you just have to create vision that's big enough for other people to be a part of it. Okay, your personal vision. Number 2, what you focus on is you focus on becoming the best personal, example of a personal transformation you can possibly be. Okay, which is associating with people you want to be like, reading books from people you want to be like, and and hanging out with people you want to be like. Okay, and get results like they do. Number three, you focus on getting to know what you're promoting. You're getting to know your market. You're getting to know your people. You're getting to know, what makes people tick, what makes you tick. Okay? And thing number four, you focus is on marketing. But see, the community, this internet marketing game or this internet marketing industry, everything is flipped upside down. Okay? People don't care about any of this stuff. The purple box. They just worry about, how do I make a buck today? How do I make $100 today, right? And they're just grinding, and it's not working out for them. So this is going to be a good topic for us to go, because I got some really good examples I can show you specifically, folks, that you can and just give you some swipes and things like that, that you guys can model after. Specifically, how do you engineer transcendence, right? How do you engineer transformation, with people? And it's good. It's good stuff. What we can talk about now, well, let's do this. I'm actually going to show you guys some things here. Hold on a sec. We're going to do this the ghetto way. How about that? You guys up? Oh man, this is going to be fun. I'm going to do this like this. Hold on. 36. Hopefully you guys can see this. All right. Hold on one sec. Get a sip of water while this thing is catching up. I want to make sure you guys are with me. All right. So just understand that, your funnel matters. Your funnel matters for long-term success. Okay? That's all I'm going to tell you there. All right. Here is let's do this. Advanced traffic ideas.